One question I see people in the XRP community talk about all the time is this right here. Why was XRP chosen for the SEC to attack? Now, my personal thoughts are that the SEC noticed there's something pretty juicy going on right there, and so they want to stop it. And they also thought it was going to be a very easy battle to win with some nice funding going in to the treasury pockets because, well, that seems to be the way the SEC works. Take a look at how they also are going after Elon Musk's purchase of Twitter. They're seeing something going on. They're like, let's go investigate, huh? But not when something criminal is going on. No, mostly when things are going too well, I guess, which kind of seems to be political. But anyway, John Deaton also worked this out. Why did the SEC choose XRP? If the SEC wanted to pick a top 10 token, why would it choose this, the much more difficult case? There's a legitimate debate over whether today's Ethereum or XRP, the network, not token ownership, are more sufficiently decentralized. But when applying securities laws to fundraising, there's no debate over which one is an easier case to prove. Ether, right? And again, guys, I must add, I am not against Ethereum. I'm an Ethereum holder. I'm very bullish on it. But we're talking here about what exactly happened in the background. And Ether literally had a ICO. They had hey, come in with your Bitcoin and purchase some Ether from us, because that's how we're trying to raise money to build our ecosystem. It's literal fundraising. Both Clayton and Gensler are on record stating they've never seen an ICO that wasn't a security. So per that definition, Ether was a security. Ripple did sell stock to VCs and then sold XRP, but no official ICO. I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is that account blocked? Did DAI just get blocked? Let's see it in a second. I said months ago that a monkey could prove Ether started out as an illegal securities offering. All you need to do is play video clips of the people responsible for the offering. Steven Nairov had described himself as the architect behind Ethereum's fundraising. Listen here. Now, you don't need to listen to it. DAI already describes. He's an early advisor to Ethereum. He describes how the SEC loved the idea of Ethereum being pitched as a product before the official Ethereum launch in 2014. Is my internet broken or is digital asset investor blocked? I hope my internet is broken. But it seems he messed up a little bit, huh? Anyway, Lucky had this preloaded, I guess. Nairov's goal was simple: to raise money and not go to jail. He admits in the video that this was an illegal securities offering at the time. Go to, I guess some old videos, and you can review Crypto Law US's video library, establishing a timeline of video clips with irrefutable proof, because there's a lot of it online. Nairov wasn't the only one worried about going to jail, however. Joseph Lubin himself once said, "We thought it was possible we would land at JFK on a certain day, and the FBI would tackle us on the tarmac." DAI provided clips of Vitalik discussing their intent on avoiding securities laws. Ethereum co-founder 𝗕𝗏😅 left the Ether project because he was also worried about the very real possibility they would all end up in jail for securities violations. The SEC has officially made clear that the free pass came from Hinman personally and not the SEC. In fact, Judge Netburn has declared that this issue is settled. Hinman's speech was only his personal opinion and not a declaration of the agency itself. So what does this mean for Ether, if anything? Well, Haley Lennon is an experienced securities lawyer involved in the cryptocurrency space. She recently tweeted out referencing some rumblings about the SEC thinking Ether is a security after all. If the SEC believes ETH is a security, it contradicts what Charles Gasparino was told. If true, these rumblings magnify the conflicts of interest and appearances of impropriety related to the decision to file the case against Ripple and XRP. After 7.5 years of trading, why XRP now? Hinman, the ex-SEC man, collecting $15 million while at the SEC from his law firm, a member of the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance, can't easily be brushed off as only retirement benefits, especially considering he unretired and immediately returned to Simpson Thacher after leaving the SEC. The fact that Hinman is now a partner at Andreessen Horowitz with the same people who helped write the speech giving Ethereum a free pass, who are also members of the Ethereum Enterprise Alliance, can't easily be brushed off as just typical revolving door actions. This is a massive and gross appearance of impropriety. The fact that 4 months before filing the lawsuit against Ripple and XRP, Joe Lubin and Consensus announced that purchase of Quorum and the JPM coin can't be easily dismissed as a coincidence, especially after Lubin claimed Ripple and XRP were not competitors. The fact that Clayton's law firm, Sullivan & Cromwell, represented Consensus and Lubin and brokered the deal wherein Consensus bought Quorum and the JP Morgan coin, a direct competitor against Ripple and XRP, can't easily be dismissed as a mere coincidence. The fact that 2 months before the lawsuit against Ripple and XRP, One River announced a $1 billion bet on Bitcoin and Ethereum, and shortly thereafter, Clayton resigned before the term expired, and within weeks was hired by One River, can't be easily dismissed as conspiracy. The fact that the director of enforcement, Mark Berger, who was also behind filing this case, left the SEC 3 weeks after filing the case to become a partner at Hinman's firm, Simpson Thacher, a member of the EEA, can't be easily dismissed. The fact that 𝗏𝗏𝗏 pleaded with Clayton not to file the case because it would damage both innocent holders and the credibility of the SEC, as well as call into question the motive behind filing the lawsuit, can't be dismissed because 𝗏𝗏𝗏 is an advisor to Ripple regarding the case. 𝗏𝗏𝗏 can't be dismissed because 1, he's an unpaid advisor. 2, he acted like a liaison between the SEC and Ether founders working to help Ethereum. Read his letter questioning the motive and the mass exodus of SEC leadership after filing this case, and now ask yourself, why? This is all becoming more and more relevant as time plays out and the SEC keeps overreaching, keeps continuing on. Eleanor Tourette just posted a flashback from Gary Gensler in 2018, where he said he believes the XRP is a non-compliant security, but that the matter would not be resolved by the SEC themselves. It will be resolved by some courts, whether it's appellate courts or the Supreme Court. And the fun part is, now that the court had decided, they still try to get back on that, and when Gary was asked, hey, do you believe the court's opinion? He basically said no, not specifically regarding XRP, just in general, which is crazy to think about. But what's more crazy is really how you start to think about all the conflicts of interest, all the bias, and like John Dean said about the SEC investigating Elon Musk. This isn't political at all, right, Elon Musk? What a joke the SEC has become. The SEC has become a weapon used to protect the incumbents and the status quo. Because what just came out a little bit earlier, well, take a look at this. Again, I don't like to get too political, but President Biden accuses Elon Musk and X of spreading misinformation. That was October 1st. 3 days later, SEC launches investigation into Elon Musk's purchase of Twitter. It's kind of funny. But we're just starting to notice how the SEC is losing its grip, losing its power as a serious crime-stopping, regulating entity to mostly just a political, biased, trading, because again, all these guys seem to still have tens or hundreds of millions of dollars at a $200K annual salary. Laughable firm, that's what I can call it nowadays. If the SEC wanted to be taken so seriously, why not work in their best ability to make rules for the crypto space? Why not lay everything out the best of their ability, but just go after companies, go after companies, go after companies? All they're doing is putting up lawsuits. But the result is that nobody still understands what is and what isn't allowed. Because again, if we look at Ethereum, everything plays out in the matter of they knew what they were doing. They knew what they were doing is not allowed. They thought they could be jailed for it, yet nothing happens. When others try to replicate, though, they don't get away with it. Why? Where exactly does the difference lie? And if they just explained that, nobody would really mind. If some get beneficial treatment, that's honestly not that bad. Like because they were, for example, first or because they did it 10 years ago. But if you're trying to hide that away, even though a lot of the individuals who made that distinction made millions, if not tens of millions of dollars in the process, then it starts to get kind of weird. Because we want to rule out, was there any specific reason why they got different treatment and why they're keeping things vague? Is it because of conflict of interest? I mean, as I stated before, more and more people are starting to notice the guys at the SEC should be questioned. I mean, we keep talking about how they're doing such crazy things about Bitcoin spot ETFs. But luckily, we're also seeing guys like Elon Musk say the SEC will be overthrown because what they've been doing is crazy. We've also recently seen all these points of subpoenas. All I can say about it is the SEC needs some proper investigations because things are getting out of control. And I find it strange that they have not taken action just quite yet. I mean, there's talks about it, but talks are just that, talks. Action is what we need, because it just does not make sense. And I can't think of any regulator that would think differently, especially with all the evidence that's been put up. But I just wanted to bring it to y'all's attention that it's getting more and more serious, especially now that they're alleging Elon Musk is doing some crazy stuff again. It's going to like get so many more eyes towards the SEC, especially the conflict of interest, especially the way they've been selectively treating everybody. You know what I mean? But yeah, just wanted to bring that to y'all's attention. Make sure you press the like button if you enjoyed this video, and hopefully I'll see you guys again in another crypto video later today.